You're listening to the Open Books Podcast.
Your next chapter starts now.
Is it love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Is it love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Is she the one?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Open Books Podcast. Today we are diving into the world of ABC with an ABC special.
Yeah, ABC special.
I think that's just like the best way to put it.
Yeah. ABC is definitely the channel right now that we're streaming the most as far as cable goes. Do you have YouTube TV? What do you do?
I don't. I use Disney Plus and Hulu.
Oh, okay. So they
Bundle.
have like live TV subscriptions? Yeah. Okay, got it. We have YouTube TV, which is probably very similar.
Yeah.
Just like can't believe how much we used to pay for like Cox Internet and Cox
I
Cable.
will never go back.
It's crazy. Or DirecTV.
Yeah, like how are they still in business?
I don't know. It's kind of scary, honestly. But there's two shows right now that are super trendy, super popular, and you know we have to get on the train. And we're interested in both. Like we're invested in a lot of these people from ABC. So there's the Golden Bachelorette and Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
So first we'll jump into the Golden Bachelorette.
Perfect.
Bachelorette. Like when that's one of those words that if you say too many times, it doesn't sound real.
Yeah.
Bachelorette. The Golden Bachelorette. Okay. We loved The Golden Bachelor with Gary.
Gary.
It was Gary because I think it was Geroy, but we with our accent say Gary. Gary. Even though it was like so disappointing that him and Teresa divorced like 2 months after being together. Like
I know.
Really? But The Golden Bachelorette has been a treat. And so we didn't really watch Jen's season of The Golden Bachelor. I'm sorry, of just The Bachelorette.
Yeah, I was not into it.
I tried a little bit. I tried 1 or 2 episodes. Just wasn't my thing. But we gave The Golden Bachelorette episode 1 a chance, and we were hooked.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just go through the 2 episodes, the characters, and you could just tell me your thoughts and feelings.
Perfect.
So The Golden Bachelorette follows Joan Vassos. She is a 61-year-old widow from Rockville, Maryland, who was previously a contestant on The Golden Bachelor. This is the first season of The Golden Bachelorette, featuring a cast of senior men all vying for a chance to find love with Joan. The series brings all of the familiar elements of the Bachelor franchise with a refreshing twist focused on older, more mature participants seeking real, heartfelt connections. So episode 1. In the premiere, Joan meets her 24 suitors, with each man attempting to make a memorable first impression. Overall, I just want to say about episode 1, immediately, I was so emotional.
Oh, you're so right. I was crying.
Yes, the show is so deeply emotional because these people have been through so much life.
That part. That's why I like it so much more than The Bachelor.
Can we
and the
just keep
Bachelorette.
the Golden forever?
Yeah, get rid of everybody else.
Someone said, I think I sent you this in a voice note, but it was so true. I heard someone say, I wish I remember who said it, but it was so spot on. Like the reason why the Golden Bachelor franchise is like so much more heartfelt is because these are people who have like experienced life already. The Bachelor are like young people between the ages of 20,
right,
maybe 28, at the most 30. And it's like they're so inexperienced at that time, or lots of them are. These people have loved and lost.
Yes.
So they know what it's like
to experience true love.
Exactly.
And it really does, like, it comes across in their conversations. Just everything is so much better.
It exudes off of them that, like, they understand what it is to deeply care about somebody. They understand what it is to lose somebody. Most of them have, like, spouses who have passed away.
Yep.
They all get choked up speaking. It's, like, so lovely to see men who have, like, fully matured.
And they're vulnerable, and they're not afraid to say how they feel.
Yes, they talk about their families. It's just, like, so sweet. It's, like, a wholesome show.
It really is.
Everyone needs to watch. Like, I could not stop crying this first episode. It was just, like, too much.
It was. It really was.
So, okay, so I'll kind of just, like, go through the list of some of the people. We have Pascal. He has a charming Parisian accent. Oh. He kicked things off. We'll talk about Pascal. We have
strong feelings for him.
Shock, which is like, why is that your name? But okay. CHOCA, Shock. A 60-year-old insurance executive. I love hearing their jobs too. Mm-hmm. Insurance executive. He made Joan try his homemade chocolate noodle soup. I remember that. Keith impressed Joan coming out the limo with his story of being a devoted girl dad to his daughters. Keith also received the first impression rose, marking him as an early front runner. Other notable moments included David arriving on a horseback, though the horse had other plans and ran away. And then we have Mark Anderson, the 57-year-old widower and father of the Bachelor alum Kelsey Anderson, who actually was the quote-unquote winner. It's hard to say winner of the show because, like, not a competition show, but she ends up getting engaged to Joey in the last season of The Bachelor. And so it seems like they created an instant connection, and Mark kind of already knows the world of The Bachelor because his daughter Kelsey was just on the last season. Okay, so let's go through the cast list. Yep. A lot of these guys left night one because I'm like, who are you? I'm the owner of this house.
I'm the owner of this house. Who are
Bill,
you?
68.
Not memorable to me.
I think he left night one. He's a retired videographer. We have Bob, 66. Chiropractor. Bob. This man made me cry.
This man.
He loved his daughters. He was so proud of them.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's a good man, Savannah.
He is.
His, like, smile in his eyes when he was waiting for a rose, I couldn't take it.
I know, and I kept panning to him. I'm like, please let him make it through night one.
Why did they do that? They kept panning to him. Charles K., he just went home in the last episode, I believe.
Did.
He's sweet, sweet man. Portfolio manager from California.
Whatever that means.
Charles L., retired financial analyst.
Has my heart.
Protect Charles L. at all costs.
Protect Charles.
So, y'all, Charles L. is this precious gem of a man. He loves his daughters. He loved his wife so much. He can't stop talking about his late wife who passed 6 years ago. He can't let her go. It's too much.
Also, his fun fact. He grew up in rural China and moved to the United States with only $20 in his pocket. And if he could see any musical act in concert, it would be Britney Spears.
That's precious.
Like, really protect him.
Charles has honestly been a star, and I think the Bachelor producers know what they're doing because he is so sweet. He speaks in third person. He says, Charles will protect you. He tells Joan, if Joan not ready, Charles will be behind you. But if Joan ready, Charles will be next to you. I was like, Charles.
I love him.
He's so sweet. So his wife passed away suddenly of, I believe, a brain aneurysm.
Yep.
And you can tell he's held on to this. He has 2 daughters. He just loved his wife so much. He loved his daughters, and he really suffers with the loss of his wife and his self-confidence. He didn't want to put himself out there. And, like, the show has definitely just made him come out of his comfort zone. He's proud of himself. He says, this is the new Charles.
He's the sweetest thing.
I can't.
Now,
not
do you think he's going to be a front runner?
Absolutely not.
No.
I think he has no chance of winning. But I think Joan gives a lot of participation roses or, like, roses of people that she knows deserve to be
not
here.
The participation roses.
And I think Charles is I think Charles is someone she knows deserves a chance for the experience.
Yes.
When she speaks to him, I think she speaks to him like a friend, and I think he probably knows that.
And that might be what he needs right now.
He needs a friend.
He doesn't seem like he's ready for love yet.
He's not.
He's
I'm
not
like,
ready
Charles,
for love.
why'd you come on the show? He can't stop talking about his wife. It's so sad. But I think this is great for his, like, self-confidence and, like, putting himself back into the world and living his life again. So we have Chalk. We mentioned him. He's 60. He's an insurance executive. He's very Disney dad. He's very, like, he seems like he plays by the rules.
Yes,
but he loosened
Chalk,
up a little.
Didn't he get the first? No, he didn't get the first
That
impression
was
rose.
Keith, but Chalk went to the Disney date.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. They went to Disneyland, right?
The happiest place on earth.
Happiest place on earth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he is a self-proclaimed grill master. Once went nighttime shark diving in Australia.
That's cool.
That is.
Christopher, 64. Did he get eliminated? He doesn't look too familiar.
I'm trying to think of this last episode.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a contractor who owns his own construction company.
And his birthday is on Christmas Eve, and he loves Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Same. Dan, 64. Dan is a private investor. He was the guy during the talent show. He won the talent show because he has the shakes in his hands, or he has tremors.
Yep.
And so he used...
It's like the rhythmic...
Yes.
Rhythmic ribbons? Is that what they're called? It's like gymnastic ribbons.
Yes, and he was super brave for getting out there. It was like a touching story. Like, he's like, I have these tremors in my hands. I'm going to be confident. And, like, I'm an old person. This has happened to me. I'm just, like, accepting it. He, like, makes me sad to look at. And I know. I think he was another participation rose. I didn't really see the chemistry between him and Joan.
No chemistry.
He's sweet, though.
He loves to sing, just not in public.
Okay, love it. David, 68, definitely left night one.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't
Yeah.
remember David at all.
Yeah, I remember him leaving. He's a rancher.
Yeah, and he says his hero is his 91-year-old mother. That's really, really sweet.
That's adorable. I love that. Gary, 65. He's also a star.
He is.
So
I just
sweet.
want to pinch his cheeks. He's so adorable.
I want him to be part of my family, like, so much. He's so sweet. So he is a retired finance executive from California, and a standout moment in this last episode was Joan is getting very overwhelmed. She's missing her family.
Yes.
Joan is a busy woman.
she's handling a lot right now. I didn't realize.
She's got a lot of family stuff on her plate. She's got children who have children. She has grandchildren that she clearly is, like, very active in their life. I think she helps her children raise the grandchildren. Her mother is still alive. She takes care of her mom. She loves her mom. So her mom is sick. She's on this show. She's stressed. She's, like, missing her ex-husband who passed away. She's, like, also grappling with his death. And so she comes on and she tells all the guys, like, look, y'all are being so vulnerable with me. I want to tell you, like, I'm struggling right now too. And Gary writes her a prayer, a personalized prayer, and reads it to her. And that was really touching to Joan. She cried. I thought it was so sweet.
It was. He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
He is the godson of Tina Turner and is very musically gifted with a beautiful singing voice and killer dance moves.
So I thought that was cool that he's the godson of Tina
I
Turner.
know.
It's like, okay, nepotism,
It's
love
giving
it.
nepotism. Is that how you got on this show? I'm sure.
I'm sure. Then we have Gil. He is 60 years old. He's an educator, which love. I know
Love
he talked
that.
about that. But did you hear that there's some drama surrounding Gil? Apparently, a woman has come out since the show and said that she has a restraining order against him. Don't know why.
No, I didn't hear this.
Yeah, it was never detailed. Of course, two sides to every story. So,
That's right.
But, I haven't seen him too much, so maybe they cut his edit after this. They do background checks, so.
Wait, we need to dive into that.
Yeah. Greg,
Yeah.
64. Greg didn't do it for me too
Greg,
much.
yeah, no. And on the bottom of the pyramid, we have Greg.
Greg, you were fine. You were good. I'm waiting for you to be great.
Yeah.
He was sweet, but he was kind of just like, seemed a little annoyed to be there. He was kind of like, if someone needed them to do their dirty laundry, literally like, actually, Greg, he'll do it.
Greg. Yeah.
Retired university vice president. Wow, that's kind of a big deal.
That is a big deal. And he wears flip-flops 90% of the time. He loves a root beer float and recently traveled to Rwanda to hike with gorillas.
That's super interesting. The flip-flops told me all I needed to know. Put them dogs away, Greg.
Put the dogs away. I mean, flip-flops 90% of the time means that you're wearing flip-flops in the winter as well.
Right. 90%.
With
that's
cracked heels.
That's excessive. Go get a pedicure. Put on some boots.
He didn't do it for me.
Guy, he's 66. He's a front runner for me.
Okay, I really like Guy.
I think he's super sweet. He definitely has veneers. Slay.
Slay.
I think he's a really great guy. He's an emergency room doctor. He really
gosh.
took his time with sweet Charles. Charles, as we mentioned earlier, he can't get over the loss of his wife. He actually sat down with Greg and, was like, as an emergency room doctor, like, can you help me out with this? I've been struggling with something. Like, when my wife died, she had bleeding coming out of her mouth when she hit the ground. I've always wondered, like, is there something more I could have done to help her? It was so sad. And Guy said, when people fall, they bite their tongue. That's most likely what happened. There was nothing else you could have done. And Charles was like, thank you so much. You've just, like, lifted this weight for me. Like, he felt like a sense of relief. Such a sweet moment.
I know. He handled that situation really well, too.
Yeah.
He's also planning to hike Mount Kilimanjaro this fall. He dreams about the Dallas Cowboys winning a Super Bowl and is a self-described Beatle maniac.
Yeah. That's very telling of, like, the time.
Yep.
He loves the Beatles. Love that. Hiking Mount Kilimanjaro. Wow. Sounds difficult.
serious.
And it's like, at this age, go ahead,
You know
King.
what? Good for you.
Pop off. I think him and Joan have a connection.
They do. I think so.
Yes.
As well.
Jack, 68. He bothered me. I thought he was, like, slightly annoying.
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay, good. Because, like, some people think he's a fan favorite. I just thought he was kind of aggravating.
he is not a fan favorite. Not over here.
Not over here. He's a caterer from Chicago, Illinois. He just was a little too much. Like, relax, Jack.
I know when they were grilling and he's like trying to tell, what was his name that was grilling?
He's also like the uncle who thinks he knows everything,
Everything. I can't with someone that just like, if you've done it, they've done it a million times and they've done it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
That's him.
Yeah. His favorite treat is a cigar twice a month.
Okay.
He's
goodbye.
also a proud racquetball champion.
No.
Bye.
All right, now we have to talk about Jonathan.
Jonathan is
He's a front runner.
he is a front runner.
I have some thoughts. Okay. Jonathan, age 61. He's very handsome.
Also, how is this man 61 years old? He does not look 61.
He's gorgeous. He's got a beautiful dimple, bright white teeth. He's handsome. He's definitely got like charisma and charm to him.
Without trying too hard. Like, it's natural.
Exactly. So he's a shipping consultant from Iowa, Oakland, and I would say that he's a front runner. He's won the rose at the prom night that Joan had, and he also went on a date with her where they rode horses. And I do see a connection between them. I think he's charming. I think he's like Joan keeps saying she wants someone who's down for fun, who's down for adventure, but also is like emotionally available and can be part of her life. Like she's like we said, she's very into her family. She's very invested in her family. So here's my question about Jonathan, though. Mm-hmm. He says most of these people are widowed. They have a spouse who passed away. Jonathan is divorced. He claims that he was blindsided by his wife when she told him randomly one day that she was no longer happy and she wanted a divorce. He's painting this picture that, he was wronged. Now, I've seen some discourse online being like, are we going to just believe Jonathan? Because let's think about, the trajectory of history. Usually, the woman doesn't just wake up one day and she says, I don't like you anymore. Usually,
There's some buildup.
What did you do, Jonathan, for her to just be like, I'm fucking done. I'm leaving you.
We know it'll come out.
It will come out. I need his ex-wife to come on here and say her side of the story.
We want Jonathan's ex-wife to come on to the Open Books podcast and tell us the real tea.
Tell us the real tea. And that's not to say that these things don't happen and like his wife could have completely blindsided him and really hurt him and broke his heart. He seems very hurt. But I would like to know, were you not taking the trash out? Were you peeing on the toilet seat all the time? Were you not taking up your side of, the marriage? Were you not carrying that load?
Did you decide to go on the Golden Bachelorette? And she was like, well, I'm leaving you.
I'm leaving you. Exactly. Did you go through a midlife crisis and you treated her like shit, Jonathan?
Be for real.
I'm just saying, right, we're just saying we don't want to, always believe men right away.
Right. And he did toy with the idea of being a bodybuilder. So
He did. And
maybe that has something to do with it.
So I'm just saying we're keeping an eye on you, Jonathan. And I hope Joan, is at, obviously we don't see every conversation that she has. I would like to believe that she has asked him the truth about what happened. I hope she dug a little bit deeper. But all of that aside, I like Jonathan.
Yeah, I do like Jonathan.
He seems like a good time. Okay, Jordan, 61. Okay, he seems like they might have a decent connection. He seems like I
feel
cool
like they're
guy.
getting somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll make it pretty far.
I do too.
He's a sales manager from Chicago. Seems like there's a lot of guys from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. He won Mr. Two Legs. He won 2 Mr. Leg contests in college.
I wonder what Mr. Legs is.
Like he has nice legs.
Maybe so. He's still giving younger. He's a cool guy. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to him. We have Keith, age 62. He was the guy who won the first impression rose. He's a sales director from California. He's very sweet. I don't think he's the one for Joan, but
I don't either.
I think he might make it decently far.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll make it to hometowns though.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't think he's that far. His life goal is to play a round of golf at Augusta National.
So, men just love golf.
They love the golf.
It's like, okay, it's not a bad thing to love. I'll allow it. Ken, 60, he definitely must have went home night one.
I was going to say, I don't remember Ken.
Sorry to this man. I do not know this man. He's a property manager from Peabody, Massachusetts.
Yeah, and he's a Miley Cyrus stan.
Same.
So, cool.
Kim, 69. Okay. Kim was the guy
who
who
just went home, right?
Yes.
This last episode.
He forced everyone to, he tried to force everyone to sing a song that he wrote, and it just, wasn't happening. Okay.
That was bizarre.
I would not have wanted to sing the song, and I thought it was very bizarre of him to just be like, yo, everyone come in here. You could tell he's been a leader of people before. I think he was a captain in the
Navy
Marines.
captain, yeah.
He's used to bossing men around.
Yep.
And thinking that they need to just do whatever he said. But it was really sweet to see how the guys didn't want to hurt his feelings. They're this is your song, Ken.
You sing it.
But a sweet guy decided I'm gonna take one for the team and I'll sing the song with Joan. That was really sweet. But Ken would bother me. Ken would be the grandfather who knows everything.
Again, the men with the no one everything.
So he's a retired Navy captain. Thank you for your service, sir.
Yes, thank you.
From Seattle, Washington.
And he says that he's an excellent whistler.
Yeah, it sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
Mark 57.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. He's a heartthrob. He is very handsome. We know Mark from Joey season.
He's getting hometown.
He's getting
a hometown.
He might be the winner.
He might win, yeah.
I can 100% see it. And I'm noticing a pattern, and I wanted to see if you can agree with this after I tell you. So if you think back to Joey's season, when we came on here for Joey's season and did this cast recap and we talked about them, we said we're going to have our eyes on Kelsey. We think she's going to go far, but we didn't know much about her because the first couple episodes, she was a little bit in the background.
Yes.
It's not until later in the season that you really see their connection, which I think sometimes producers or editors will do because they don't want you to know immediately, like, oh, obviously
Correct.
it's Mark.
Yep.
So I'm noticing that he's not a very big star yet. They
No,
don't
he's
show
not getting
him that
much.
much.
He's not getting that much TV time. Mark is the dad of season 28 Bachelor winner Kelsey Anderson, which makes him Joey's future father-in-law.
Love, and he's a New Orleans guy. He's from Leesville, Louisiana,
Yep.
though. Where is that? Louisiana.
4 hours and 3 minutes away. 8 past Alexandria.
Okay, towards Lafayette area. Pascal. Let's talk about Pascal. I do not like Pascal.
Okay, I was just saying, I'm over here gagging, and if you say you love Pascal, like, we have to reevaluate our friendship because
Immediately, though.
he
He's rat.
was.
He's like, John, I will whisk you away.
Oh, John, look at me abs.
He feels like a facade. However, I will say in the first episode when they showed all the videos of the families back home, which did make me cry.
Yes, that did make me cry
His
too.
son gave him a little bit of like legitimacy and being a real person. Because at first I'm like, who is this character, Pascal? Also, I was just thinking like Pascal is someone who, if this was like The Bachelor, where they're all younger, Pascal would have so much drama. But since the men are older, they're just like, oh, it's just Pascal.
Yeah, Colby, look at his hometown.
Illinois? Why is everyone from Chicago?
No.
Maybe it's just that, maybe that's where he's from. Maybe it shouldn't say hometown. Maybe that's just where he lives currently. Well,
I'll take that.
because his story was giving Ratatouille.
Oh my gosh, this says the #1 villain.
Oh, wow. So it's not just us. So when
It does give Ratatouille.
You know how everyone gives their sob story? Like his was Ratatouille, literally. I'm like, did he watch Ratatouille before he came on the show? He's like, I came to this town with nothing. And maybe he did. We're sorry if it's true.
Wait, did you know Joan was a private school administrator?
I think I did know she was a school administrator, yeah.
Pascal
Miguel.
Ibigui. I don't know how to say his last name. But like his last name gives, you know.
French or wherever.
A 69-year-old salon owner from Illinois was one of 24 contestants.
Okay, so he must have migrated here
I
at an
just
early
thought
age.
he was from like Europe somewhere.
Yeah, I think I thought that he was from somewhere but has lived in the States.
Okay, yeah, which I would have been fine with, but
Yeah.
whatever. I digress. He loves taking his grandson to the aquarium. That is sweet. It makes him seem like a real person.
Yeah.
In another life, he would have loved to be a fashion designer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
RJ66, I believe he obviously left night one. Who is he?
Yeah.
Financial advisor from California. Thomas62 also must have
Who
went
is
home.
this?
FDNY. So quick recap of episodes 2 and 3. Joan in episode 2 enjoyed the nostalgic senior prom group date. She brought back memories of school, dances, giving the men a chance to show their fun side. That was fun to watch.
That was fun to watch.
Another group date involved more personal moments, including the emotional connection between Joan and Jonathan, the divorced father of 2. She handed out roses to her top contenders, although the competition heated up, and she continued to forge bonds with her suitors, eliminating more men. I feel for her when she has to do rose ceremonies.
That has to be so hard, especially with this group.
Yeah.
I would cry myself to sleep every night.
Oh, my God. And she's right every time. She's like, everybody here are such good people. It's so hard to send them home. And then when they're looking at you with their sad old eyes.
And all of them have the sad puppy dog face, like
can't
on
take
lock.
it.
They're so good at it.
Okay, she said goodbye to Jack. Goodbye, Jack. Episode 3 featured that fun and competitive kickball game, dubbed the Quaker
That was
Oats.
so fun to watch.
That was hilarious. Also, like, the sponsorships of Quaker Oats.
The bowls just sitting by them. I'm like, y'all.
They're like, this is the best food I've ever had in my life.
I just think we're at a point in 2024, especially with all of the AI assistants and like, oh, sharts. The people that I'm sure are working behind the scenes. I think there just could have been a better way to embed the ads.
Yeah, that's like the Love Island reunion with the Pizza Hut. It's like they pan to someone
was
eating pizza and they're like,
Hut
so good.
in the like coffee creamer or some shit. I'm
Ridiculous.
Like, y'all.
Exactly. There's better ways to do it. Like, that didn't make me want to go eat Quaker Oats.
No.
The blue team won extra time with Joan, and the after party saw heartfelt moments, especially when Charles L. opened up about his late wife and sought support from fellow contestant Guy. Joan also had that sweet horseback riding date with Jonathan, which left them both feeling connected. And then we said goodbye to Kim, Greg, and Charles K. I think that would felt right for them to go.
That did.
Okay, so favorites or maybe your top 4? So hometown people, let's hear who you think.
Okay, so I have, Mark, I think will be a hometown. Jonathan. I'm messed up. Gil or Guy?
Guy.
But he's the one with the restraining order?
No, that's Gil.
That's
Guy's
Gil.
the one we like.
Oh, okay. So that's my top 3 that I think will be hometowns. Mark, Jonathan, and Guy.
Okay.
But I put Charles L in here because he is one of my favorites. But I don't think he'll make it to hometowns.
I don't think so either. I think they'll keep him on the show, though, for a while, just because he's a great side character.
For sure. And he has a good story. What about
I have
you?
these same exact ones.
For real?
So if I had to pick a 4th, it would be, I'm going to take a chance and say Jonathan. No, not Jonathan. Hold on, let me find him. It's the guy that we were like, okay, he's kind of cool. They have a bit of a connection. Jordan.
Yep.
So I'm going to say he's 4th to go.
Okay.
Then I'm going to say it's Guy, Jonathan, and Mark. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to come down to Guy and Mark.
I like Joan.
I like her. I think she's very fabulous.
Yeah,
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah, I think she's a great Golden Bachelorette.
She was a good choice. If it wouldn't have been her, I would have loved to see Leslie, the runner-up.
I loved Leslie.
She
I always
deserved
wanted
it.
to call her Denise.
Denise, Leslie, same thing.
But
Beautiful women, really.
I appreciate that Joan took the time to sit all the men down. Again, was it scripted? I don't know, but I appreciate it. And for her to just say, I have not been being open with all of you, and I've been listening to you, and I'm not being fair. Just super accountable.
I think so too. And honestly, what she said, I think a lot about this concept. I thought about it a lot when we watched The Golden Bachelor, and now I'm thinking about it a lot watching The Golden Bachelorette. Are these people who have loved and lost?
Yes.
It's tough because obviously we have no idea what that experience is, and they have so much more life than us. But I think about because my mom said the other day, we talked about this with Gary, no, I don't want you to move on. I think that you've lived enough life. When I go, if we've been together, 20 plus years, why do you need a new wife?
You don't need anybody.
However, seeing these people on my screen, I'm like, no, they do. They deserve it. It's just I don't want to think about it.
Because you got to think about also how lonely it probably is. At that point, your kids are grown. You probably have grandkids, but...
And how are we to say how people should grieve?
That's right.
And I think that this show does a good job at showing us, the young people, that you can still love and honor your past husband or wife. And Joan sitting there and saying that, I still love John. He's always going to be part of me. Whoever I marry next has to know that'll always be there. I'm always going to miss him.
I'll probably never actually be 100% ready and open to move on. It might be 80 or 90%, and I was respect for that.
And I think they all understood.
Because a lot of them have been through that.
Yeah, the only ones who I think might not understand are people who are just divorced and not widowers. I could see Jonathan being I don't know that experience. Why can't you fully move on?
Right.
He's gone. So I don't know. You never know.
It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds.
It is.
I wanted to ask you, how did you feel about Gary coming back?
I felt like he was trying to shoot a shot at Joan a little bit. Because he was you'll always... Because he's single now. And Joan...
He has nothing to lose.
Joan left on her own accord. And she was...
Do you think they'll...
I don't know.
Bring Gary in?
I thought that might be why he was coming. But I think she made it clear that they were just friends. Because she was he's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there was going to be a spark. I think Gary would be down for it. But I don't think Joan was.
Okay.
I think Joan was moved on from him.
As she should.
Yeah, and
honestly.
I think she's probably friends with the girls now, or Teresa and stuff. So she's I'm not been there, done that.
With you.
You're
She's
old
got
news.
Mark.
Yeah, sorry, she's got Mark. All right, finally, we'll just quickly go through Dancing with the Stars because it's also airing on ABC right now. So each season, a group of celebrities are paired with professional dancers to compete in a weekly ballroom dance challenge. Every week, the pairs perform a new dance style like the cha-cha waltz, tango, etc., and they're judged by Carrie Ann, Derek Huff, and Bruno Tonelli? I don't know how to say his last name. The couples receive scores from the judges, and viewers' votes also play a huge role. Each week, the couple with the lowest combined score, judges' points plus audience votes, is eliminated. The goal is to make the finale and win the coveted Mirrorball trophy. So this show comes on ABC and Disney Plus, which is interesting. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I'm watching it on Hulu if I miss it, but I've actually watched live.
Yep.
You have too, right?
It's fun watching it live.
It is. It's like you're part of something.
I actually vote in real time too.
Do you really?
I vote.
I want to do that too. So let's just maybe go through the cast, same
Let's
way
do
we
it.
did.
Yeah.
So we have Danny Amendola, that NFL star, paired with Whitney Carson.
Love.
Thoughts on them?
I love them.
Danny Amendola is so hot.
I was going to say, like, and he is a pretty good dancer.
He's not bad. Is this an off season for the NFL, or is he not? Oh wait, no, it's not. Obviously,
No.
So is he doing this in between games, or is he not playing?
Former NFL.
Got it.
So
Okay,
he's not playing.
Okay, that makes sense. Phaedra Parks, the reality star, paired with Val.
So Val's married to one of the other dancers.
Jenna. She's
Jenna.
married to Joey's partner.
Yes.
This is very interesting to me.
Now, I will say Val is a little
Touchy.
with Phaedra. Like that when he was like on her butt
He kissed her neck.
and kissed her neck.
He kissed her neck. Okay, and this is something we have to talk about briefly.
I'm not okay with that.
The chemistry of the dancers. It's something that is a little bit controversial. Some people think it's ridiculous that people are like, wait, what's the chemistry? And they're like, these people are married, like blah, 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 there's no chemistry. Like, I think y'all need to stop denying the chemistry. I think that partners need to have chemistry, so they probably play on it. But how do you not fall in
There's
love?
a fine line because to sell a routine, to sell a dance, like you have to have emotion, you have to have that chemistry. Understood. And especially the type of dancing they're doing, like the cha-cha, the ballroom, the whatever.
It's very close.
It's close. It is touchy.
Your bodies are intertwined.
But when you're not dancing, you shouldn't be kissing necks.
No, that's the point.
Like, why are you kissing her neck?
And why? And I guess maybe this goes with you have to sell to the audience to vote for you. But it's like when they're waiting for their scores, they're in each other's asshole. Their fingers are intertwined.
They're holding hands.
And this is
like,
pretty much all partners.
yes.
However, I will say Val and Phaedra, like, he's giving like he loves a juicy booty. Like, that's how he's acting with Phaedra.
Yeah.
Now, Joey and Jenna.
Yeah, let's jump into them.
Yeah, okay. So at first I was like, there's no way I could do this. Like,
No.
Because you're so face to face, and it's not even about trust. It's just like, it hurts to see.
You don't want to see your man with a insanely gorgeous, talented woman
face to face.
I mean, I know this is giving insecure, but like, be fucking for real.
It's just the truth, right?
Like,
It's like
be fucking for real.
Be for real. You could be. It's so solid in your relationship.
And they're both so hot, and their dancing is unreal.
And they look great together.
They look good.
Right. And it's like they're spending 24 hours with each other, because when you're in Dancing with the Stars, I've done a bit of research because I was curious about it. Like, when you're in the Dancing with the Stars season, that is your life.
It's
your
constant.
bubble. Right.
Yep.
There's nothing else. You are not doing any work. You completely give up everything else for these 3 months. You are every single day with this person.
Correct.
So, no, of course, I think that Joey and Kelsey are secure in their OTP and they love each other. But I still think two things can be true at once. It still can be difficult to see your fiance in face-to-face, lips-to-lips with another beautiful woman.
And how can you not?
I'm so secure in my relationship. If Matt even remotely looks at someone too, I'm like, the fuck?
What are you doing?
Who are you looking at? If you're speaking to another one, why? You should
What are you doing?
punch her in the face. Okay.
Fist to, I'm just kidding.
Now-
no violence.
No violence unless it's necessary. Brooks Nader and Gleb,
They are
fucking. They are fucking. Sometimes when they're, and like every TikTok that they post gets like more and more intimate that I feel like I'm interrupting something.
I know, like I shouldn't be watching their rehearsals.
Seriously. And they were caught like off camera kissing. So like they're definitely
They're a thing.
a thing, and it's very cute. See, in this situation, it's fine. They're single.
And it's like cute.
And it also kind of proves the point, though, that you can easily fall for your partner.
For real. I
Because
just
you're
looked her up
spending
on
so much time.
Instagram.
She's gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Beautiful woman. How many followers does she have?
1.5 million.
Oh, wow. And then Gleb is a very beautiful man, and he's a great dancer. So I think they should get married.
I think so too. Like, please. How iconic if their last routine he proposes.
Another reason why people need to listen to this
Yes.
podcast. He needs to take that idea. Then we have Anna Delvey, the fake heiress, subject of inventing Anna. You're boring. Why are you wearing that?
She
I don't like her.
was
She's
like
paired
watching
with Edra.
paint dry.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. She's a criminal. Like, no, she didn't kill anyone. She didn't murder anybody. She still stole lots of money.
I love that they would bling out her ankle monitor.
That was funny. They asked, she got eliminated. They asked her what she gained. She said nothing. It's like, okay, why are you here?
Occupation con artist.
That's so unserious. Chandler Kinney, the Disney actress, she's paired with Brandon Armstrong.
She's so cute.
Beautiful girl, amazing dancer. Will probably
Yeah.
win because she's the most like naturally talented. I like watching her dance.
For sure.
We kind of talked about them already, but Joey Grazadeh and Jenna Johnson. He's a former Bachelor. Controversy between them is pretty heavy, but Joey's got the moves. He's not a bad dancer.
He's good. He's gonna go far.
What can't Joey do?
What can't Joey
He's a
do?
dreamy guy.
And he's easy on the eyes.
Exactly. I'm not mad at having him on my TV screen again. That's
Nope.
for sure. Steven Nederserick, sorry if I said that wrong. He is the Olympic gymnast paired with Riley
Oh, yeah.
Arnold. I like them.
Me too.
I think they're a very good partnership. They do it respectfully for me.
How it should be done.
There is the line there. They are very close. They even do like have their arms around each other when waiting for the results. They just do it in a way that makes sense
It's
to
not
me.
giving sex.
It's not giving
It's
I
not
want to fuck.
giving sex, okay?
They are just like, they're giving friends. They're giving like they believe in each other. They're working hard together. And he has a girlfriend. So they're doing it in a way that I feel like is respectful, which shows it can be done.
Correct.
Jen Tran, the former Bachelorette, and Sasha, she had a terrible season of The Bachelorette. So I'm glad she
did.
ended up with, another chance at being on the big screen. She's okay.
Yeah, she's all right.
I don't think she'll like go far, but she's cute. Who's your favorites? Who do you maybe one predict winning, and then who's your favorites to watch?
Okay, so winning. I do think Joey has a good shot at winning. He has a big fan base.
Because so much goes on to with fans. Like obviously the girl Chandler is a better dancer than him, but
Correct.
I had no idea who she was before this, and he's got a really big following.
Yeah. And then favorites. I really love Reginald.
So sweet.
He's such a sweet guy.
Another thing that I can't handle, like old men being like vulnerable.
No.
Like him and the Roberts guy. I forget his name. I don't know why he's not on this list, but he's
Yeah.
another like older guy. So sad.
I like Brooks.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm landing. What about
Brooks. I like Brooks and Gleb. They're fun to watch.
Yes.
I like Steven and Riley. I like how Riley has a chance for redemption because she got the worst partner, Harry Jowsey, last year. Not worst as in like personality. I personally love Harry Jowsey.
Yeah.
He was just a really bad dancer.
you? He was stiff.
Yeah. So Steven's like pretty good. So I think they're top runners for me.
Oh, Dwight Howard.
Oh
my gosh.
Wait, how do we forget about him?
The height difference. I love watching their height difference.
She kills it as his partner.
Yes.
They're super fun to watch, and I think he's really sweet. So he's up there for me too. This is just a
Yes.
fun season to watch.
It is a good season.
So we'll come back maybe when it's over and recap the rest of it.
Yeah, that's
Same
perfect.
for Bachelorette, maybe.
For sure.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much for listening. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Give us a like, subscribe, give us a 5 stars on Spotify, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
We love you.
Bye.